talk about number 5, which I put on the whiteboard, teaching. Duplication. You're doing well. I did warn you, this is a long training class, but okay. Good for time. Teaching. Remember, people in call centers train for 3 days just to answer a telephone. Okay. When you're a new distributor in the company, here's what you do with teaching. Teach people what others do. As you learn and grow, teach people what you do, right? In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. In other words, don't worry if you just started and you don't know much yet, right? You only know a little bit, right? Doesn't matter. You'll learn over time. But remember this, even if you know only a little teeny weeny bit, you watch this video for the first time and take the time, and you've got to make the effort, right? This is a business after all, we got to learn. You take that little bit of information, I promise you, you know more than your guest does. Because in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. You only need to know a little. Teaching skills is so important. The key to building a flourishing organization, if you want to summarize all this, you know, and duplicating skills, you know, you've got to be able to duplicate and teach. Comes a lot from leading by example, we've spoken about. Use the products, talk to people, and teach others to do the same. Keep it simple. You know, it's everything to work with others. Follow them up. Don't sign up a distributor and leave them on their own. What in the world are they going to do? They don't know anything yet. Work with them. Remember this, follow-up equals fortune. Lack of follow-up equals poverty. Always expose your distributors in your organization to every training class, conference call, workshop, event, anything possible. The more you expose your distributors to the big picture, the easier it is and the easier you'll go. You know, get them hanging around, get them on the phone on 7 ways with me and other people. You've got to use the company more to your advantage. Other distributors, corporate staff, and so on. Use everyone around you. Get them to see, it helps them to see the big picture of this. So that they're not alone. Rather than just your vision of it, they get to see the overall vision of Europe, Africa, Caribbean. Otherwise, you can get just this kind of mind that it's just, you know, I just spoke to that person or this person. I've only spoke to a few people. You need to get people to see the big picture. It's very important. It helps them to see it clearly. Qualify as an executive. Mentioned it earlier. Best position in Arkworld. The quicker you qualify for executive, the better it is. It's double the money for the same job, 40%. Teach people this. Everyone you get joining, your first goal should be to get them to executive quickly and then hook them into executive workshops. Now, next year, you're going to see some videos come out. Wonder when I did them. We actually did some executive workshops this year. And excerpts of those are coming out in the new year. But we're also going to be doing every year. We're always doing them globally, and then I'll be doing tours when I can finally fly out the country after the COVID restrictions. We're going to be doing executive workshops, you know, and promote them. They take on a whole new meaning of training, where leadership really begins, and that's very important. It's for serious people, really. You want to earn the biggest discounts. It's also where full royalties are paid and bonuses. Full bonuses are paid. If there's an executive workshop or event, always take responsibility and get as many people qualified as you can. The idea in Arkworld is this: talk to people, to recruit, get some of them as customers, some of them as distributors. The ones who become distributors, get X amount of those to executive, X amount of the executives you want to get up to net team, which is the first leadership position. Then you get so many net team members and you get some of them to director, so many directors and some to Mill Club, and some from Millionaire Club, and they qualify for A.D.T. That's how this works. It's about numbers. Get your executives together. Even if you've got 1 or 2 right now and you've just started and got a couple of people going to executive, get them on a WhatsApp. Get them together, have a coffee with them, work out a plan to get to the next level. Create some teamwork in your group. It's very, very important. There is a way of teaching people that I wanted to share with you, and it's very, you don't need to be an Arkworld, you know, to apply this. It's actually all walks of life. There is a philosophy to teaching. called tell, show, try, do. If you're making notes, I know some of you are. Tell, show, try, do. What does that stand for? And you'll understand this immediately. You can tell, first of all, when you're teaching anyone anything, you want to tell them what to do first. That's number one. Number two, show them, right? What to do. You do it yourself and you get to show them what to do. Number three, get them to try it themselves. And number four, you watch them do it, right? Tell people what to do and show them, tell, show, then get them to try it, tell, show, try, right? And then you watch them do it. Now, if they mess up, you go back to the beginning again. So if someone messes up, you go back to telling them, showing them, getting them to try it again, and watching them do it. Now, that is the philosophy for all teaching, no matter what it is. You see, here's the point with this. A lot of people just sign up distributors. He stirs his thing. A lot of people sign up distributors and they don't really do anything. Or they say, go talk to everyone you know. Well, how can they do that? They've only just started. You need to help them. Get a list together, do some three-ways. Even if you're just there to tell a testimonial and show encouragement. And also, don't just work with the people you get involved in the company. Chase the business. Chase the business. Chase your downline. Right? It's so important this. Treat everyone like you sponsored them, whether they are people you've introduced or there's someone deep in your business. You know, in your back office, you have a chart called My Organization, and it has 4 levels. And if you click on anyone on the 4th level, you'll get another 4 levels to 8 levels, right? You got to treat the person on your 8th level as if they're on your 1st. Don't think, well, I'm making less money from them, so I'll work with them less, right? Right? You need to be working with everybody equally. Because if you get the guy on the 8th level excited, guess what happens to the guy on the 7th level? His business gets better. So he gets excited. It helps the guy on the 6th level, on the 5th level. You create strength and depth to your organization. You should be looking at everyone in your business and seeing how you can assist them and lead by example. Look for diamonds in the rough. Okay, diamond, that's what I do. I look for diamonds in the rough all the time. Always remember to chase the business, work your downline. Tell, show, try, do. Don't just get people to do things on their own. Help them, show them, do a 3-way call with them, talk to one of their guests or one of their center of influence with them. You know, show them how to utilize the videos, use other tools, go out, walk around, you know, to someone locally, you can go out wearing a button together. Show them how easy it is. In other words, try and encourage them. It's much easier. The good Lord sent them out 2 by 2. I wonder why, right? Safety in numbers, probably. Chase the business. The best way to teach a distributor when you retail, this is the best way to teach of all. You know, if you want to teach retailing, recruiting, promoting, duplicating all these things, best way is to get your new distributor watching and listening to you so that they can learn what you do. It's the best way to teach, on-the-job training, right? They call it. Become the president of your business, in other words, and deal with it. You know, a little bit of leadership training for you, but you're gonna have to take responsibility for your business, for where you are and for where you aren't. There are no meetings and events in your area. Speak to me, speak to the company, and start your own. I'll help you. It's not a problem. It's real easy. We can get a few people together and we can call in as a special guest. You can use the videos to start meetings. Get 10 people together, play the recruiting video. Real easy. There's a tool you think, you know, would be a great tool to have and we haven't developed it yet. You can develop it yourself, right? See, there's a thing here. When I started Arkworld, someone said to me, you know, a preacher actually, deal with it. It's a harsh way of putting it. I know this sounds a bit hard, but we do have to deal with things, hopefully in faith, right? In prayer, but we still have to get on with it. You know, if there's no meetings in your area, we need to deal with it and do our own. You know, if there's a tool we would like, maybe the company doesn't have one yet, we need to develop our own, deal with it. You know, if there's a problem comes up, we all get them. You know we do, right? We all get them in life. Life can be hard sometimes. Wasn't our fault necessarily. Guess what we have to do? deal with it, right? I mean, what else are you going to do, right? Sink or swim. If someone lets you down, right? Don't let it bother you. I've had a lot of people let me down. A lot of people try to hurt Arkworld and me along this journey. There'll always be people who let you down or put you down or tell you you're not going to amount to anything. Don't listen to that nonsense. Just deal with it. Keep moving forward. Take responsibility is what I'm saying for where you are, for where you aren't. No matter what comes your way in life, I hope you do. Learn to become bulletproof. Put on the armor of God if you're a believer like me. Deal with it. It's much better. Never ever complain. Who in the world are we anyway to complain about anything? You know, we've got to lead by example. Babies complain. Guess who else complains? It's awful hard to say this, but it is the truth. Immaturity, basically. Immature adults complain. It is a sign of immaturity. Not leaders, not winners. Complaining is a result of immaturity, spiritually and otherwise. Never do it. Winners deal with it. They never look to blame the company, the distributors, the product, the weather, the economy, the recession, COVID, or anything else. They just keep moving forward no matter what and do their best. That's all you can do. Love, support the company no matter what, and teach everyone to do the same. Teach your distributors to support the company. Arkworld, look, you know, I'm here to tell the truth. Arkworld is a blessing by God's grace, and that's a fact. That must be treated and handled with care, and above all, supported, always loved, nurtured, appreciated. You know, it's very, very important, this. And, you know, hopefully it'll mean something to you too. It becomes more than a business than a way of helping others. It's very, very important. And so when you teach, lead by example. You need to become the president of your distributorship, just as I had to when I became the president of Arkworld. That was just a name that I put on the name of my distributorship. Doing exactly the same as you. That's all I did.